Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, well, welcome back to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us try to talk about at least three topics each week. By now, you know the three of us are our point person and optimistic realist, who's known as Star.
Uno, due, tres, cuatro.
All righty.
You're gonna be all right. And the center of our threesome, and the voice of reason, he's called Magic.
So, if she sucks and swallows after period sex, I have to stay with her, right?
Ew.
We'll get back to that.
Anyway,
Ew.
bringing up the rear, as always,
Ew.
who's quite simply disgusted at the moment. I identify as a pragmatic contrarian, and they call me Storm. So, this is our anniversary episode, y'all.
Whoop whoop. Happy anniversary.
We're one.
Do you know what today is?
It is our anniversary.
Our anniversary. Okay. Anyway, technically it's not, but you know, it is.
The anniversary episode.
Yes, it shall henceforth be the anniversary episode. So,
Yeah, which one of y'all could pull off a threesome for a year?
anyway,
None of you.
so while we're talking about anniversaries, a topic that I was going to bring up, and it's just so funny that all the events that happened of the past week came out, because this was going to be my topic before it even came out. But a friend of mine, I found out a friend of mine and his wife divorced after about 21 or 22 years of marriage. So
Free
my
at last. Oh, go ahead.
okay, so so my topic was going to be divorce after decades of marriage. And then, of course, you know, the Currys famously announced that they were getting divorced. And, you know,
Dell, not Steph.
no, not Steph, his parents, Dell, and his wife. What's her name? Sonia, I think.
Okay.
They are
Didn't
getting
get a
divorced after like 33 years of marriage.
Jeez.
Now, also, if y'all haven't checked out our Facebook group, you should check that out, because there is, we posted a Twitter rant that somebody had posted on Twitter that is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
your man's was
hilarious.
not playing.
Yes. So make sure you check that out. But my thing is, getting divorced after you've been in it for decades. Like, why? Like, I can't for the life of me. Like, unless there's something like absolutely catastrophic going on. You know what I mean? Like, there's abuse or whatever. Like, why do you bother getting divorced after that many years of marriage?
Because you don't want to spend many more years unhappy?
Somebody lost their damn mind along the way.
Okay, but here's the thing about that, Star. Um, if you've spent 20 years, like if somebody's making you unhappy, or you feel like somebody's making you unhappy, you stay with them for 2 decades. Like, that doesn't
I
make
mean,
any
but maybe
sense.
2 decades weren't. I mean, maybe it wasn't unhappy or bad for 2 decades. Maybe it was just been the last, I don't know, 5 or whatever, and you just decided you couldn't deal with it anymore.
Hmm.
People
Yeah,
change.
see, that's sketchy to me, because I feel like, I don't know. See, I'm one of those people who feels like happiness comes from within.
Okay.
It
You know,
should.
like somebody else ain't making me happy, or like to me, somebody's either, you know,
Yeah, but they can damn sure make you miserable.
they can make you miserable, absolutely, but I mean, after 2 decades, you know what I mean? Like you just gonna steep in that misery for 20 years and then or even 30 and then all of a sudden, oh, okay, well now I'm gonna go do something else. And I mean, particularly, and I don't, again, I don't know what's going on with them. I didn't even read the article about, I don't even know if they even said why they're getting divorced, honestly, because ain't my business, don't care. But particularly in the case of, somebody like the Currys, where there's significant money involved, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, if you have enough money that you go find your own interests, like, you know what I mean? Like, what? I don't need you to be sitting here next to me trying to get me to make you happy.
But I don't even think it's. I mean, for some people, yeah, maybe. But I'll use my own situation as a little bit of an example. Our first 8 years were awesome. I mean, they were awesome. And it was only because we were both just young and dumb that we stayed in it for those additional 5. I mean, we thought we could make things work and it didn't, and that was that. But who we were at the beginning of the relationship was definitely different from who we were when we split.
How long were you
And
married?
we were married
Shit, what,
for
12
six
years?
years, together for 13.
Okay. But my point is, y'all figured that out. Okay, even at your young age, you figured that out at some point, right?
Yeah, he did. He was like, I can't do this no more.
Okay.
He was brave enough. I was a chicken shit, but
Okay, but my point is decades. Okay.
that's, I mean, my point for even bringing that up was is because maybe for decades it wasn't bad. You know, maybe it's just been, I don't know, maybe the past 3, 5. I mean, even after 30 years, you give it, I don't know, what, 5, 7 years to try to fix it. And if it's not working, then just be out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand hanging on to some shit that's over.
Well, I don't either, but I also
Yeah.
don't understand hanging on to stuff for like half your life and then saying, I can't do this no
I mean,
more.
it couldn't
I
have been
mean,
all bad. Hell, they got married.
a lot of
And
people get
stayed for
married and it's all
decades.
bad. Um, so I mean,
Yeah.
I like the first car I ever bought. Eventually, it just wasn't going to work no more.
Yeah.
yeah. How long did you have that car? 20 years?
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. That's my point. That is my point.
What is it? Just
You,
because you have some shit for 20 years, you can't get rid of it now? Nah, if shit is
no, I'm
whack,
not
it's whack.
saying that. But no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying once you have gone to the trouble of building a life with somebody for that many years.
The kids are grown.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
Exactly.
people who stay in relationships until like their kids finish high school or college or
That
whatever. Then they
that's
decide to
even
call it
more
quits.
of a reason. Like the kids are grown. Like, okay, I'm not happy sitting here with this dude. Huh,
He
the
out?
kids are grown. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm about to go, especially if I got money. I'm about to go travel. I'm about to go hang out. Like,
Okay, now what if your husband is sitting at home like, yo, I don't want that shit to happen? Well, fuck it. We can't be together.
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
That is a good point.
Plus, when you throw
But
in the fact, okay, they're sitting on money. The fuck I want to be attached to a person I don't want to be there with for it. That's
Right. And I
stupid.
don't need them for any kind of
Let me
financial
go,
stability or
yeah.
anything.
Let me
Like,
go be single with this money and actually fucking enjoy life.
because I will say
or so
this.
you think, but you know. I mean,
Honestly, I'm with the dude that was on Twitter saying the dating game out here is whack as fuck, but
as
hey,
hell, right?
he got money, he can fucking keep it moving. Her too.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, like she should have no problem because she's, gorgeous woman. Um,
Dell did not age badly. Beige don't age. Stop it.
oh no, no, Dell actually did not age badly at all. But well, I won't even go into that. I won't go
Uh
into
oh.
that. I
Uh oh.
mean, I was just gonna point out, pussy ain't got to get hard. But anyway,
There's meditation for that.
I'm
Can
just
we get a
saying.
Blue Chew sponsorship?
But you know, I don't know, but I mean, not like irrespective of the curries. I mean, talking about my friend. I mean, I just it was just so weird because we got back in touch with him after many years of being out of touch, and he was always like a real cool dude, like almost like brother to me. And I just found it weird that.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Are you choking?
Yeah, something about friend zone references just makes me want to throw up. But go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were like, couldn't breathe. I
Like
was
a hairball. Like what the hell? Leave that
but
bad stuff alone.
right.
Pubic hairs are nature's dental floss. I'm good.
But anyway, I was just sad that that happened. That was happening to him, and he's such a great dude. And I just thought it was weird. After 20 something years, and but anyway,
Did you
that's all.
ask him why?
Um, let's just say it wasn't his decision.
Can't
Okay.
tell you.
But um,
Shout out to
anyway,
women walking out on good men to go test the rest of the world and end up with the sorry ass nigga you end up with.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, that was definitely me.
yeah. So
Even
anyway,
though I didn't walk out on him for that dude. But
no.
whatever.
Well, I mean, in a way you did, but you know.
Not really, but yeah, whatever. Rest in peace. But you was whack. Um,
Aw. Yes, definitely rest in peace. I never had any quarrel with that dude. He's
yeah,
hilarious to me, but I'd
yeah,
have to deal with him on
you're
that
right.
level.
You ain't got kids by him, so.
Yeah, I was I have to deal with him on that level, so I was allowed to be amused.
And to be fair, disclaimer, I know it's off topic. I don't hate him. It's like,
No, I know that. I know
yeah,
that.
like we had good times
Yeah.
at some point, obviously.
Uh, so you wanted to talk about your iPhone.
So, not mine, but
Okay.
I just want. I was just wondering, is that whole iPhone superiority thing still a thing? iPhone users just always felt like that they were just so much better than Android users.
Because they're
Um,
weird.
I don't speak broke and all of that other stuff. Like, what was it? If you send an iPhone user a text from an Android, it shows up what, blue or green or something like that.
Oh, I have no idea because I've never
Yeah, I've
had an
heard
iPhone and
about it.
have never cared to have an iPhone.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
to me, iPhones have, you know, I know iPhone users believe that iPhones are superior to me, and I'm a tech snob, but to
yep.
me, iPhone has always been like an overpriced status symbol. You know
Yes.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Yes.
And
flashy.
and to me, it was made for people who aren't tech savvy enough to navigate. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a dumbed down version of a phone to me.
Listen, for as much as I refuse to buy any Apple product. Like I've had two Apple products. One, somebody else bought one, and the other one, yeah, somebody else bought that one too. But I still have that one. It's an iPad. Um, I use that for my portfolios. But that iPhone,
How
after my
sweet, T.
experience, after my experience with that iPhone, I will never. Do you hear me? I wish I would.
Mm-mm.
Pay my good damn money on anything with an Apple name to it. So
Yeah.
here, but I will say this: I give Apple all the props in the world, and their marketing. I
Oh,
promise you,
absolutely.
their
That's
marketing
yeah.
should be taught as a
Yes.
part of Business 101 in
Absolutely.
every college across
Absolutely.
America because they managed to create a product that made people feel like they were better than others
And I
just
don't
because
yeah, never
it had an
understood it.
apple on it.
And I
Like,
yeah, and I never understood it. Now, I will say this because people are like, "Oh, you hate Apple." I don't hate Apple. Okay? Let me just put that
I
out there.
admire the hell out of them.
I don't hate Apple.
They overrated
I
as fuck.
I don't even think they're bad products, okay? I think that they're good products and they have a use, particularly like I think, you buy an Apple computer, you buy an Apple computer if you're like a graphic designer. If you need really good graphics, like I could see you with an Apple, with your photography and stuff.
Yeah, no, but go ahead.
But how do I put this? The way their shit is proprietary and locked down and not open source annoys the hell out
A
of
lot of me.
someone like me.
Yep.
I see it.
You know what I mean? So there's no way in hell I'm going to pay you twice as much for you to
Which
tell me
is
what
the
I can't
kicker.
do with the shit that I
With
buy.
my system.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, and that's my problem with Apple is that I am a control freak. And Apple is a control freak. And there can only be one control freak in every relationship. And if I'm paying my money, I feel like it gets to be me. Uh, and that's just it.
Yeah, the only Apple product I have is somebody gave me a MacBook because I was about to go computer shopping and thinking about seeing how great it was. It's cool. It's not worth twice the price. Cool,
That's what
most
I'm saying.
definitely. And when it comes to iPhone specifically, the only thing I've ever heard from anybody is the camera's so great. Okay, I'm not a fucking photographer, and if I was, I wouldn't be using a phone.
And then that at that point, at one point, that was true. I will give them that. At
Yeah,
one
at one
point,
point it was true. Yeah.
yeah, their cameras were superior. Now, forget about it. Like,
Yeah.
Samsung is killing them on the cameras.
And not for nothing, even when they were ahead in the camera game, um, my little LG Envy from back in the day, remember, I don't know if anybody had a little LG Envy, but my LG Envy camera back in the day was pretty damn good, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, and yeah, my Samsung camera now is pretty good.
Samsung is killing the game with these. With they have one that is a Galaxy S21. When I tell you I want that thing so bad, the S21 Ultra.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
T-Mobile keeps trying to give me one of them.
give it to me,
Did you
please.
just
I
come
want
from
it.
thinking about a phone?
Listen. The specs and on that thing, on that camera. Oh, God have mercy. Anyway, so yeah, not just came, but got a little moist. Just that phone excites me. Like I haven't been excited about a phone in a long time, and I really, 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 really want that one. Um, but anyway, it used to be that their camera was superior, and then like with the Mac, people were like, well, Macs are superior because it's worth paying the extra because they don't get viruses. No, that's not true. It's just
Well,
that Apple had a smaller percentage of the market share,
absolutely, and that's what I
and
used to
the
try to
hackers
explain to
weren't
people.
wasting their time.
And that's
Yeah,
what I would try to explain to people. It's not that the software is superior; it's that hackers aren't going to waste their time um, making viruses to pop up on 5 computers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
now that their market share is higher, what are you
They
seeing?
don't make those claims
You're
anymore.
starting to see more. You see a lot more viruses that are targeted at them. So
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't make those.
it was always bullshit. And anybody who knew anything about viruses or computers knew that it was bullshit. But that was one of the things that they tried to. You oh well, apples don't get viruses, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. They were not impenetrable ever.
No,
Like I say, it's just the hackers just wouldn't waste their
no,
time coming up with the code.
yeah. But and not for nothing, that was one of the reasons, one of the excuses that Apple used to make for not being open source. It was, oh well, we're not open source because we don't want, we don't want to invite viruses. But whatever.
Whatever. Whatever. But like I said, I just wanted to know if it was still a thing because people were like, "Oh, I don't
Yeah.
speak broke." What was that? I don't speak broke. It was like if you know, if you had an Android, like for some reason or another, you were poor. And my thing is this, you know,
Well,
my thing about that always was this: they sell freaking iPhones at Walmart.
oh,
You walking around with a phone that you feel like is the equivalent of a Gucci. Gucci would never. Gucci would never. You would never find that at a Walmart ever.
well, first of all, calling me broke. If that's supposed to be your insult, like for one thing, I have never been one for status symbols,
Yeah.
because to me that's just me flossing for, like I don't buy shit to impress you. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
damn whether you
Word.
think I have money or not. Matter of fact, I prefer if you think I'm broke all the damn time
That's right,
because
because you're not
you don't
coming and asking me for
you don't
shit.
come and ask me for shit. Exactly. So so you're not, so to me that's not even an insult. I would prefer everyone believe that I am always broke. Matter of fact,
Yep.
that should be your default. I am broke. Okay. So yeah, so that was never a thing for me when people were like, "Oh, well, you should get an iPhone and the latest iPhone," and people standing in line for hours to get the latest iPhone just so that they can say that they had it.
I remember seeing on eBay the fake iPhone like stickers like that you could put on like on the back of your
Oh
case.
Lord.
Oh Lord,
I always thought that was hilarious.
it could not have been that serious.
For some, it was.
I mean, I guess people out here buying fake Gucci and Louis, so I guess it is a thing.
Listen, if I found a good knockoff copy of these black Gucci boots, these anniversary ones they came out with for about 3 years ago, that's about 4,500. I'd buy them bitches.
Mm,
I'm
Self
sorry.
esteem is free.
Well, you know what? It's not even about the whole self esteem. Like when I say a good knockoff version, I mean they would still have to be leather. So it's not like I would be going and paying, I don't know, $30 or $40 for them. They would still have to be like leather.
yeah,
Like the boot, the style of the boot is what I fell in love with. Like, yeah.
you have to understand. Star is big on shoes and purses.
I am. I have a problem.
Okay, I mean everybody got a vice.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure there's
collect
meetings for that shit somewhere.
stickers, but
I collect music equipment I don't ever use.
yeah,
Oh, you got an 808?
No, but nowadays you could just get all the sounds and put it in whatever fucking program you're using. I have the sounds from it.
No, I just want the machine. I want the.
Nah, that shit's overpriced now.
Yeah, it is. It is. But
I was gonna get some Technique 1200s, and then it was like, wait, they're
ooh.
$1,200 now. I ain't that
Wait a minute
dedicated.
though. Wait. So I know we totally off topic, but why there? Okay, so there's a community here called West Bloomfield. West Bloomfield used to do uh like these things called curb shopping days. They would take good things out of their home that they didn't want anymore, and they would put them on the curb, and people would come by and pick them up. So my grandmother had went one day, and there was a Technique 1200, and I didn't know what I had. I kept it for like 2 years, and Like, I think I threw it out.
Mm.
I was sick about it years later when I realized what I had.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
feel about a lot of records I got rid of when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like, oh,
say I
tapes and
tried.
CDs are out. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, and you know what? I have a bunch of records, and my dad was very into music, so um, I got a bunch of his records, and my God, 8 tracks, and and even reel to reel. But has anyone tried to price a record player lately?
I bought one about
I've
2 years
seen
ago.
some cheap ones. I think the one I bought was somewhere between 120 and 150.
Okay.
Yeah, I paid like 80 for mine during Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, but I find it funny how you know record players like never used to cost, you know what I mean? Like they never used to
Yeah,
cost as much. And now
inflation.
that it's outdated technology, well, I can't even say that it's outdated technology because now they've retrofit them.
Kind of
Well, not even
is.
retrofit them,
Well,
but
yeah,
they've
mine got Bluetooth and
yeah, I
USB
was
and
gonna
all
say
kinds of
they've
other shit.
updated them with all kinds of technology. Where
No, the real bullshit is the price of records now.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
They be
oh
having
yeah,
records that came out like 2, 3 years ago, and it's $40 to $60. No,
yeah.
yeah. I finally found because every couple years I search for that record by the Family. Screams of Passion.
It's a passion.
Right, because
hear me
you
going
can't
runs in the
find that
family.
shit nowhere. Uh, I think I found one like a couple years ago, and then I was like, okay, you right, I won't be looking no more because that thing was like $800 or something like that.
Yeah, they wildin'.
Yeah, but I mean, it is super rare. But I was like, I don't need it that bad.
Still
You
find
know,
it on the internet for free.
Well, I mean, if I wanted to dig through some boxes, I'm pretty sure I still have it on cassette. And I don't even know if you can find that. I don't even know if you can find that on the internet because I feel like I've tried um, to find because actually that's where it started back in the day because I would when I was changing all of my cassettes over to CDs. And I was looking for the CD for that, and it was nowhere. And I was like, "Well, why can't I find the CD?" But yeah, anybody has the digital Screams of Passion, holler at your girl
I just found one on Amazon vinyl, $20.
for the Screams of Passion.
Yes,
Oh, send me that link because I'm gonna
I
get
sure.
it. It's probably all scratched up too.
Well, let's see what the condition is. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah,
Well, it says new.
I really want it digital. Like I really want that in digital because man. But anyway, nobody cares.
All right. Oh, oh. Sorry.
Good.
So, Mr. Magic,
Yes, ma'am.
I hear you've been going through old podcasts for our anniversary episode.
Soy un perdedor. Yes, I have.
And what have you found?
I was specifically going back to figure to find things that we said we need to talk about one day and never gotten around to. To keep it a buck, I only got maybe 10 episodes in, and y'all are hilarious at 2.5 speed.
Okay.
So I'm doing these in random order. Storm, you said you have to get back to the prostate health discussion. Just break
Oh,
down what that is for the men who ain't getting enough or giving to
yeah.
themselves.
Okay, so studies show, and people are going to be like, why do you know these things? I read, people, I read. Okay. Studies
Fundamentals.
show that for optimal prostate health, a man should ejaculate at least 21 times per month. Okay.
Jeez.
You hear that, you lazy hoes?
I said ejaculate. I didn't say you have to have sex.
Oh no, I know women that are literally like, he's masturbating. Yeah.
Yes.
Open your
Yes.
mouth. Fuck is wrong with you?
And that's another thing, ladies. Okay. Stop being offended by that because it is absolutely necessary for health, for good prostate health, that men ejaculate often as possible.
Not to
So,
mention safe sex and keeping his ass at home.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chicks that don't look so damn cute after you bust one.
Okay. Don't know what any of that has to do with your prostate health, but anyway,
Just a side commentary.
also go see your doctor once a year, man. I mean, just do it. Because prevention is a lot easier than letting it
Fixing some shit
go.
after it's fucked up.
And yes, trying to treat it after it's already messed up um, is really gonna. I was gonna say get you down, but poor choice of words. But yeah, that's gonna be a bitch. So yeah, once a year at the very least, we shouldn't have to beg you. We shouldn't have to drag you. Go see about your goddamn self,
Grown
and that's
ass
All
really
man,
right.
dog. Self preservation.
yeah.
Basic animal instinct.
There we go. But um, yeah, and that's all really I have to say about that in the interest of time.
Oh, it gets better.
Okay.
We were also telling stories about having sex while people watching, and you, ma'am, said you had to tell the story about having sex while people were within reach of you.
I said that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that story is much too long for the amount of time we have left here. So skip ahead.
But wait, it gets worse. There. Mm, mm, mm. We said we have to get back to the body count conversation. I have no problem answering mine, but y'all might want to be a little bit more reserved.
I don't have to be.
Oh, yeah, you said you were still in single digits.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
probably said I never sat down and calculated, and I still haven't.
I only
What's
know
your
because I did
best
a song about
guesstimate?
it a few years ago, and then I can count from there.
What's your best guesstimate?
I couldn't even begin to. I would have to really actually think about it. Honestly, I really would, and I
Smell
have
that
no.
star?
I just have no desire to do so. So, you know, like why?
I smell something.
I'll be like,
Whatever.
If you want to be discreet, that
Sure,
is
upper
perfectly
lip.
fine. Can't blame
No, it
you.
hasn't. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that
Haven't had pussy on my lip in at least a week.
I would honestly have to sit down and like listen. I'm 50. Okay,
It was an
like
estimate, not an exact number. You could go with a range.
again, I'm okay somewhere between 20 and 300. I don't know. Like I don't know. Probably if I had to guess.
You're funny.
No, I mean if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere in the I don't know, maybe in the 40 to 50 range,
okay,
Hmm.
probably. But
that's
again,
not.
I don't know. It could be less, could be more. I would have to sit down and actually like really consider it
I mean, but
because
that's a fair estimate.
yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
that's fair. That's okay.
yeah. But,
Mine is 9.
okay.
Did you quit at 9 on purpose?
No,
Hmm.
Like Who does shit on purpose?
Some people try to
I
keep
don't,
their
I
count
don't
low
want
on
it to.
purpose.
I
They
don't want
usually
it to
just
reach
lie,
double
but
digits.
Right.
If it goes to double digits, he will be my last one. No.
well, well, see, the thing about it is, which is so funny, is that like most of mine were early. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, mine too.
probably a good, I was, probably somewhere in the 20s by the time I hit like 25 or something like that. But and then after that, like it's been slow since then, so it probably is less than 40 to tell you the truth, because when I tell you the past 20 years have been slow, they have been slow.
okay.
I don't even think probably I can count on one hand in the last 20 years, so I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I would actually have to sit down and
Don't
consider.
do it. Just
Yeah.
don't.
Well, and that's why I was saying I have absolutely no desire to do that. So, cuz for what?
Hmm.
And also, I'm
It's a
old,
good
so I'll
ass trick.
probably forget somebody to tell you the
Entirely possible.
truth. It's very
A lot of
possible.
people were forgettable.
Yes.
I should call names, but I'm not that asshole.
Well, if you call names, then you haven't forgotten, have you?
I
Nah.
can call a name.
Sometimes tragedy sticks out in your mind more than it should.
Yeah.
I haven't done a dick tale story in forever. Speaking on the list of
I've
shit
only
we got to
had
get back
one.
to.
You've only had one tragedy?
Yeah, one complete tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
One for nine. It's about on par.
Yeah. He was terrible.
Yeah. I had a really good run before I had a tragedy. Like
I did too. Like my tragedy was. Oh, that's so sad. Was my tragedy the last one? I think he was, or either the second to the last. He was terrible.
wow.
He was just terrible.
Okay.
Just
All right. Poor dude. Like I feel bad for him now. Can we stop this?
don't feel bad for that asshole.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, I mean, it's just you're like, it was terrible. Like, damn.
He was
mm.
cash shit. Talking cash shit. I should have known. Like, whatever.
Yeah, that should be your first clue.
Oh
Uh,
man.
Short and stubby.
all right. Next one. Are these all going to be directed at me? Because
Yeah, because you have a tendency to go. We'll get back to that one. Last one you're really gonna love.
oh
Uh-oh.
Lord.
Who hurt you?
That's another we do not have time for that discussion again, and I'm pretty sure we said that that was going to have to be an entire episode.
We got time.
Oh, we do not have time. We do not have time. But yeah. I've been through some things,
Clearly.
and
Yeah.
is what it is.
Aw.
Well, why are you
I
awing?
learned from a psychiatrist that we can all hold on to some things that have hurt us before and obviously learn from your mistakes, but you have to judge each person individually based on themselves, not what you have been through with other people.
Yeah, I kind of knew that.
Yeah, but it's hard as fuck to apply.
Not for
Here's
me, not really.
here's the thing. Um, I do judge people as individuals. However, the hell was that? A frog?
Sorry. That was me snorting. Sorry, go ahead.
Mm.
Fucking frog in the damn. Anyway, yeah, seen a bullfrog since I was in Louisiana. Anyway, um,
That's not a bullfrog.
What's his
Oh,
name?
anyway,
Jeremiah?
we got the giggles. Anyway, go ahead.
but anyway, the thing about it is, you can judge everybody individually, but when an individual starts showing you the same traits as someone else,
It's
you
triggering.
recognize that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what that is.
And you know what? I have to second that because I'm definitely one of those who, if I just got out of a situation, especially if the situation is bad, I'll make sure that I take time to heal as best as I can from that situation before jumping into anything else because
Yes.
I do feel like if you jump into something too soon, you will start making comparisons and all of this other stuff. And a lot of that is just, you being bitter and not properly healed before you jumped into something else. So I give that space and I give that time. And I say this all the time. And this is like boyfriends or, friends, any type of relationship. I give everybody the same amount of rope.
Yes.
Everybody gets the same amount of rope with me. Okay.
Exactly. And they
No matter
all
what I've been through, you all get the same. So here's what happened. Here's the decision is up to you. You either use that piece of rope to pull yourself closer to me, or you can use it to hang yourself. It's the decision. Decision is yours.
and more often than not,
They hang themselves.
always almost always. Almost always. So
I don't. I definitely do my best not to uh, meet a guy, and even if he starts off showing me some symptoms, um, some similar character traits. I won't say that I ignore them, but I still try not to be like, oh, he just like Bobby's ass or, whatever. You know,
well, see, to me that goes into, remember, when I talked about, I know usually within the first few minutes whether or not we're compatible. Like, a lot of that goes into that. Like, I'll start
yeah,
recognizing little things and I'm like, oh hell no. Like, I've seen that before. No. I've seen that little personality trait before and I know where that ends up. So no.
speaking of, I met a dude off Facebook dating,
Yeah,
and
don't do that.
Is
what
this the
he
second
he
one from
shows
last
promise.
week?
He what?
Yeah, he shows promise.
Okay.
He shows promise.
Okay. Well,
I don't get
Fuck
Godspeed.
excited
it up,
about people.
dude.
Godspeed.
Wait a minute. What you say, Magic?
He
Told him
said
not
don't
to
fuck
fuck
it
it up.
up.
Well, um. Anyway, he shows promise. He
Okay.
does.
Well,
Um.
good luck with that.
I wish you luck. Yes.
Yeah. I don't get excited about meeting people no more because it's like,
Exactly.
but he actually gave me a little something to be excited about, and his candor is what really excited me. He basically had the attitude like, here go my flaws. Here go what has chased other women away in the past, and I'm laying it out on the table, and it's either you deal with it or you don't. And I love that. I totally freaking love that. So
Hmm.
I feel his
Okay.
pain.
Well, I mean, like I said, good luck, Godspeed.
yeah,
It's a
we'll
good
see.
start.
It's
um,
definitely a good start, and I haven't had a good start in a while because usually they fizzle out before the engine gets going.
yeah, it's been my experience in the past couple decades that Yeah, even the ones that actually show promise, pretty quickly fizzle out.
Well, I will
Um,
say this.
oh, go ahead.
I will say this. I am usually more compatible with like dudes from like down south, and even though
Mhm.
he lives up here, he's from Jersey by way of Alabama. And you can hear country all in his voice, and I think it's so cute and funny at the same time. But he has a lot of country, like country boy mannerisms. I can appreciate.
Hmm. Okay.
Word.
I like a country pumpkin.
See, I'm the opposite. I mean, country dudes tend to like me for whatever reason. I don't know why. But
But they can't be gold teeth chewing wheat country.
no, I'm
You
not
know what I
talking.
mean?
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about ghetto country. I'm talking about country, country. Um, and yeah, they tend to like me, and I don't understand that at all.
I
Be,
think we get along because I'm country. So
okay. I never thought of you as such, but okay.
Have you heard her pronounce toilet?
I have.
Okay.
you know, runt people, how dare you?
I'm just pointing out it's country.
It is.
Toilet?
You do not say toilet like that. Stop
Right?
it.
Oh, toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toilet. You gotta go to the toilet.
Yep. That is
But I don't
very
say street and kicks. So
well. I mean, she also calls it pop, so it's a balance.
Yeah.
what? I say pop or soda, depending on what I feel like.
No.
It's so funny. It's so funny because I'll say soda up here, and they'll be like, "What?" Like what? It's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
soda.
That was like my life when I first moved. It's so funny when my first year at Michigan State, my first week at Michigan State, we walked up to TCBY and I'm looking at the menu, looking. The lady's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm looking. I'm like, "Y'all don't have nothing to drink?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's right there." I'm like, "Where?" I'm looking for sodas, soft drinks, nothing. She's like, "Right there." It said pop. I was like, "The hell is that?" like, like, what?
It say sody pop.
No, it said pop on the menu, and
No,
I
I'm
was
saying most soda, most pop sodas, whatever they say, sody pop.
they don't. They say soda on them. But that's a whole nother eh, discussion because that's an argument I've had with so many Michiganders for the past 30 years of my natural born life. But anyway, um, yeah. If you're really deep south, soda water.
Ugh.
My
I've yet
grandmother
to hear
used to
that
call it
one.
soda water. And
Whew.
yeah, I got beat about that once.
You want an
And
interesting fact?
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
According to Wikipedia, the first soda fountains appeared in America by way of New Haven, Connecticut. So the word soda became deeply entrenched in the vocabulary of East Coasters as
Yes.
early as 1863. The
Yes.
story goes that pop got its name from the sound that is made when you remove the cork of the bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I always thought it was funny because, Southerners are more, call it soda more, and East Coasters call it soda. It's only Midwesterners really call it pop because when you go out west, they tend to call it even like in El Paso, everything's a Coke. You know what I mean? Which is funny because when you hear people say, well, and this was before there was more than one kind of Coke, people would be like, "What kind of Coke do you want?"
Mm,
and
mm.
and then somebody would be like, "Well, do you have Pepsi?" Sure. You know, You want a Coke? Sure. What kind? I
Hmm.
mean, it's just weird. But
I've never heard that one.
well, trust me, going to some southwestern
I
areas
believe
and
you.
everything is a Coke.
I believe you.
What kind of Coke? Generally Dr. Pepper.
Mm,
Makes no sense. Okay.
mm,
but but yeah, so the Midwest is like the only place that really is entrenched in this pot business.
mm.
And boy, do y'all dig y'all heels in on that. But I
I
love
don't.
it's funny to me because I love to fuck with y'all. People come over my house and they're like, I'm like, do you want something to drink? And they're like, you have any pop? I'm like, oh, sorry, no. But if you'd like a soda, I've got some of that.
Oh, you just being
You would be
petty.
that person.
Pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much.
Just being petty. It's the same thing. Roll it in, get a soda pop, and that's it.
But it makes them so mad. So, yeah.
So funny.
All right. We have anything else? Because we went way off topic, but
Yes, we did.
I gotta go to work in the morning.
Okay. You got an hour. Well, 50.
Yeah.
no, close. Close enough.
Yeah. And chop off a few things that'll end up about right.
Mm.
Hey,
Don't say
you
chop
in the
off.
beginning of okay, Lorena, what the fuck? In the beginning of every episode, you say by now you know. So shout out to the new listeners. I don't know how the fuck you got here, and
Well,
more respect
welcome.
to the older ones. We appreciate you for coming back for more and more and more of this.
Torture.
It's not
Yes, it's
torture. This is
bullshit.
weekly fucking greatness.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for listening to us talk shit for
For a whole year.
an entire year.
Yeah, fucking
My God.
wow.
But anyway, Magic's got to go to work, and
Anyway,
Storm's got a what?
I thought
I
she
got to
already
what?
did.
Oh no, I
You
already
gotta go
did.
what?
I already did
Oh,
that.
you done walk the dog.
Fucking hell. All right, ladies and all 2, 3 not so gentlemen that listen to this. If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe. If you don't, tell everybody you know. It is the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, the Threesome Pod on Twitter. Peace izzle.
Bye,
Ooh,
In a
oh.
motherfucking year.
y'all. Funny.
Hey, I don't talk. Y'all get the pleasure of hearing my fucking sexy ass voice every week.
Oh,
Soak it
good
up.
Lord.
Ah.
Oh, I got coconuts.